gotta stack it up. Stack it up. Stack it up. Tell that bitch you gon' back it up. I gotta stack it up. I gotta stack it up. I gotta get to the I gotta get to the back.
I gotta stack on my bread, then gotta stack it again. I'm on a hunt for a check.
Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have Lil Baby with a response to his ex-girlfriend. We got Jam Master Jay, mystery potentially solved, C Murder and his response to what Kim Kardashian is doing, along with Master P, his brother's response, Juvenile on the next versus battle, and Snoop honors hip-hop legends. Yes, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. Yo, if this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell on the bottom of the video or whatever, and make sure you hit that like button in advance so you don't got to worry about it later on. Now, first on deck is Lil Baby, who it looks like he was having a pretty decent year, pretty decent 2020, until, of course, an argument with his ex broke out in the middle of the restaurant while we were all having dinner. He handed his lady a beautiful bag, at least $15K, but unfortunately, Aisha, his ex and mother of his child, looked through the window and saw him hand her the bag and raise hell in the middle of our dinner at the restaurant, stating on social media that he wasn't taking care of his responsibilities, and all the while was handing expensive gifts to his new girlfriend. Now, he promptly responded saying that he not only takes care of his children, but also provided for Aisha's sister and purchased Aisha a house. Cash, right? Now, fast forward to yesterday, when he was minding his business on social media, and he stated, "My kids are beyond well taken care of." To which a fan responded by saying, "Cap, your oldest son's school tuition ain't paid, which means he ain't enrolled because they took him off the list. Therefore, he's not in school, which equals you ain't taking care of him, to be honest." Now, Lil Baby took time out of his busy schedule to respond to the fan by saying, "That's cap. People do anything for attention." I'm pretty sure the Migos had a song, by that title, but whatever. First of all, my son isn't in real school. Second of all, I've been paying tuition 2 years for my son to go to school half the time. And that's my point. She didn't rant about tuition, but about a car. Then he followed it up by saying, "Cat, I told her I wasn't paying the tuition, but since she lying on my name, I paid the tuition just to show y'all she not gonna even make sure the kid attends the classes. I didn't pay the tuition because she didn't take him when she had a car, but tuition's paid now, so now what?" Right? Someone else came in the comment section, right? Cover girl, she said, "Man, just get her a Honda and call it a day." He said, "I bought her a Range Rover, but she ain't get it because she's irresponsible. She has to get her priorities together. The car is sitting in my garage waiting on her." Now, Aisha decided to come out the gate and provide her response. She says, "God knows and the world knows because y'all have witnessed Lil Baby splurge and provide for his new family while I stayed silent." Aha! See, this is what I think the actual issue is. I think the whole time when she's on social media, she sees this other young lady receiving gifts from Lil Baby, and it's bothering her. It's kind of eating away at her. She says, "I stayed silent, hurt and struggled in silent, hustled and humbled myself in silent, prayed in silent while he was neglecting me and Jason." I think she means neglecting me and Jason attention-wise, perhaps. Now she says, "Now all of a sudden, when I'm fed up and speaking the truth, the tuition paid and the car in the garage, man, I'm too real for this fake-ish," is what she says on the gram. I think what wound up happening here is this. She was watching this young lady receive all these lavish gifts. She felt real salty about it, and she might have been trying to get Lil Baby's attention for quite some time and didn't get it, and now it's kind of boiled over to the point where it exploded all over the place. And now you are getting the information. Hopefully that whole situation can be squared away and put behind the both of them. Now, 18 years ago, the iconic rap group Run DMC lost a critical member of their group on October 30th, 2002. Jam Master Jay was murdered at a recording studio in Jamaica, Queens. I remember exactly where I was when I heard the news. Prosecutors on the case will be announcing indictments against two men they believe murdered Jam Master Jay. Now, law enforcement stated that Ronald Washington and Carl Jordan Jr. were indicted on charges of murder while they were dealing in drug trafficking. Now, the police have stated that Washington and Jordan have been longtime suspects in the case, though it's just coming out now that they have collected enough evidence to properly indict the two individuals. Washington was stated as being an accomplice to the murder back in 2007, though the second gunman was never identified at the time. Now, according to an article from Today, Washington denied any connection to the murder of Jam Master Jay. Now, hopefully, they could get to the bottom of this, and the proper people could be put behind bars for the murder of Jam Master Jay. Now, as we all know, Kim Kardashian has been diligently working to get Corey Miller free from prison. Now, Corey Miller is Master P's brother. Corey Miller has finally provided his response in reference to Kim Kardashian working to get him freed from prison. He has stated the following. He said, 7 months ago, I called Monica Denise and she conferenced in Kim Kardashian. I don't know Moses had been working to reach Kim. I did not know Moses had been working to reach Kim. My fault. After I called for the first time in 19 years, I slept. You can rest behind these walls, but never do you actually sleep. My case has been stagnant for years, so I published multiple books to help feed my kids and pay lawyers bare minimum. I am a man, so it was no one's responsibility to save me, and no one attempted to. Now, that's an interesting statement. No one attempted to. But when you trust God, He will send His angels. This message is to any man or woman fighting the injustices of the system. Don't ever give up. Do as I am. Focus on the blessings, not on the betrayals. Now, Master P has also chimed in on the situation with the following statement. He said, quote, my whole thing is getting my brother home. Whatever anybody do that's gonna spark that plug, I appreciate it. But like I said, Louisiana is not the same like all the rest of these places. Now, he went on to address Kim and Monica, stating, I hope it's all for the right reasons with all these people. Louisiana is serious. We done spent millions of dollars throughout all these years, and, this place has a lot of corruption. Hopefully, Kim K and her celebrity status, but this is not going to be easy. Now, close quote. Now, considering how much money Master P probably put into trying to get his brother a retrial, it would be crazy if Kim could pull it off. Now, I guess to me, it would mean that she speaks the king's English. Under which circumstance, she would be following in her father's footsteps. Who's her father, you ask? None other than Robert Kardashian, the defense attorney during O.J. Simpson's 1995 murder trial. You're like, yo, I thought that was Johnny Cochran. Yo, it's the dream team, man. Come on. Juvenile found himself on an interview with Power 106. I'm pretty sure it's Power 106. When the conversation veered towards Lil Wayne and a potential versus battle. Now, Juvenile stated, quote, Jay-Z and Wayne. Come on, let's stop playing. Jay-Z, Wayne. I'm putting Drake in the conversation, but let it be one of them three. Let it be the top dogs. I've been telling Wayne he was the best rapper since day one. He used to always put Jay-Z on a pedestal, and I used to tell him, hey man, you're not hearing what I'm hearing. Close quote. To which I respond in a reply by saying, facts. Yo, this would be an epic battle due to the fact that Jay-Z doesn't write his rhymes unless he's ghostwriting for someone else, and Lil Wayne doesn't write his rhyme. So it's almost like best freestyle artist of all time versus best freestyle artist of all time. Now, of course, they could play their old hits, but it would be certainly possible that they could craft new hits on the fly during a versus battle. Oh my gosh, it would actually be pretty amazing. Yo, can we get that? Swizz, are you there? And finally, Snoop was in a little bit of heat last month, and I know how that sounds, so let me explain. He got into some hot water because he made some statements concerning Eminem not being in his top 10, remember? The stands came out full force, something serious, complete with torches and pitchforks, and lit Snoop's tail on fire, and attempted to shank him repeatedly, hitting him with the newspaper and the whole 9 yards. Now, Snoop has come out and posted an image on the gram in celebration of hip-hop. The image, which did not have a caption, had a picture of, all together now, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Snoop, and Pac. And Snoop added another heavyweight that may very well bring a tear to a stand's eye. Snoop also put into the pic Eminem. Yes, I know, you want to cry. Celebrating hot artists in hip-hop, and without a doubt, Eminem has solidified his place in hip-hop. He represents that one white kid, right? That's in every hood that is predominantly black. And, Dave Chappelle once said, when you see those dudes, those one white kids in the midst of a bunch of black kids, them the ones you may have to watch out for. I love when Snoop does things like this. Let us know what you think. Jay-Z versus Lil Wayne. I'm still waiting on Rakim versus Kane. And really though, do you think Aisha has ulterior motives? Might she be jealous? Let us know what you think. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.